Hey guys, welcome to the Unite phone training on the Yealink T34. To get started, we're going to go over all the buttons and what they do, some basic phone settings, how to answer and place a call, how to park a call, transfer a call, or put it on hold, and finally how to check your voicemail and set up your greeting. So first and foremost, we're going to go over all the buttons and what they do. So this is what your phone model looks like. First, I want to talk about the programmable keys. Those are these keys over on the side here. You'll notice that on my phone, it says like my extension, it's got park call, and then it's got a little button for a park, which in this case is P980. And then you'll notice that over here on the bottom, there's going to be 3 different pages of keys. You may or may not have extra keys, but if you do, it'll show up like this. And you can use this button to go to page 2 or page 3 to find what you're looking for. Maybe it's a button for a coworker, things like that. So going over the different things you might see is the first part here. So first and foremost, you guys are going to see your extension number. So this is the extension number for the extension I'm sitting at. Other things you might see on these buttons, like a general mailbox key. If you guys have such a thing, it'll say general mailbox or like sales mailbox, things like that. If it's lit up red, like if this part is red next to the button, that just means there's a message waiting. If you push that button, it will ask you for your PIN followed by pound. The pins are at the end of the training guide, but just so you guys know, it's 123654 followed by pound. So you'll put that in there and then boom, you can listen to your messages. And once you listen to it, it'll turn the light off on the phone. If you guys have a page all button, it's another button that you could have depending on your programming. It'll say something like page all. You just push that button, it'll do a little beep and you can make your announcement. You might have a record key. So let's pretend instead of this P980 button, this button says record. If I push that, it will start the recording. When I hang up, it will stop, or I can push it again to stop it. And then it will send you that recording. Coworker keys. If this button said, for example, Ryan, instead of this, park code here, it would be lit green whenever Ryan's available. And if Ryan's on the phone, it'll be lit red. And you can obviously push it to call a coworker. You guys, I do have park keys, which is the next thing. So you guys may or may not use this, but park is a universal hold that you guys can pick up anywhere. So if you do utilize park, you'll have a button labeled park call like this one here. And then you'll have park extensions. That's what these P980s are. So basically when you want to put a call on hold and have someone pick it up on their phone, you can use this button. We'll talk about it in a second, but you can use this button to push and it will put it in the first available park spot. And you just tell them where they're waiting. So really nice. And then the final thing you guys might have on your phone, just depending on your configuration, is a pickup key. So some companies have it where like if they're not designed to have that person ring, but they want to have them help answer if they hear it ringing, they may have a button that says pick up and they can push that to answer any ringing call in the office. So if you see that, that's what that button is. Now down here, these are called fixed keys. That just means they don't change. So these ones are obviously, program keys. These are actual just designed to be, for example, mute. This is how you can mute yourself and unmute. Whether you're talking on your handset or speakerphone, it doesn't matter. This is a headset key. So if you end up getting a headset paired with your phone, you can use that to answer or hang up. This will get you to your voicemail. This is redial, so that'll call back the last number that you called. That is speakerphone. This is the volume up and down. And then finally, this is the navigational pad. We'll talk about that on the next slide, but if you're looking, for example, through the history button, you can use that to navigate, and there's enter and cancel. So now let's go through these soft keys right here. These are just menu keys that change based on what you're doing, like a smartphone. So when your phone's on hook like it is now, this is what it looks like. You've got history, directory, do not disturb, and menu. So history is your call history. And again, you can use that navigational pad to go through it. This button becomes send and you can call them back. Directory is where you can add contacts into your phone. So if you desire to do that, you're welcome to. Just hit that button. You can follow the instructions here. Do not disturb. We'll put your phone in do not disturb so calls won't ring you. That's all. And you can push to get it to turn it off. If you're in do not disturb and you have a voicemail on your phone, calls go straight to voicemail for you. And then finally, menu is where you guys can go and change things like ringtone, things like that. Just go to the basic one. So if you go to menu, there's one called basic, and that's where that stuff is housed. And again, you'll use that navigational pad to find that. Going into live call features. So first and foremost, if you guys want to place an outside call, you're just going to lift your handset or press speaker. And then you're going to dial area code and phone number. So there isn't like an access code to get out. It's just like cell phone dialing. So for example, if you were calling ServiceMark, you just lift your handset and dial 816-478-2000. There isn't like a long distance charge if you're, dialing out to, Los Angeles, let's just say, and you dial a 323 area code, you don't have to like do extra stuff. You can just literally dial like one and then the area code and phone number. So nothing extra you need to do, just area code and phone number. That's it. To answer an outside call, you guys are going to see on the caller display if they're calling you directly or if they're calling a group that you're a part of. So if I was part of like a sales group, it would say Jay Halterman is calling sales and then the phone number. But otherwise, you just lift your handset or press speaker to answer. And then if you guys want to call 911, it's obviously just 911. So just lift your handset and dial 911. Now, parking. If you guys are utilizing Park, you will see these options. If you're not, you won't, so don't worry about it. But parking is a universal hold. So that means that anybody can pick it up, within your building or your site or things like that. So if I'm on the phone with Susie and she wants to talk to Ryan, I could put it on Park, which is a hold that when he's ready, he could pick it up. So how that works is if I press the Park call button right here while I'm on the phone with Susie, it says Park call, that call is going to go on hold and the phone system will tell me call parked on Park 980 and it's going to light it up red. So what it does is it goes for the first available spot. So if you guys have 980 through 983 and 980 is already busy, then it's going to go to 981, but it will literally tell you that. So then if you're the person, you want to call then the person and say, hey, you got to call on Park 980. If you're the person that is then going to pick up that call, the Park 980 button will have a red light next to it. So you can either push the button to pick it up or you could literally dial the 3-digit code. So if I told Ryan, hey, Ryan, you got to call on Park 980, all he needs to do is either push the button or dial the code. And that's it. There is holding, so if you guys want to put the call on hold, you can. Just be aware that if you do put a call on hold, it's just for you. So that means you have to go back to your desk phone to pick it up. Parking would be the situation where you're going to go to any phone and pick it up. So if you guys want to put a call on hold, while you're actively on a call, one of your options will say hold on your display. So you just press that and it looks like this. And then you just press that to resume. The resume key is right there and boom, you've picked it up. They do hear hold music, whether they're on hold or park. If you guys want to transfer, so again, whenever you're on a call, just like this one, you do have options for transfer, hold, or conference, and then you have dots for more options here. So our main three options, again, if you want to transfer this call to someone else, you just press the transfer key. Now this person's going to go on hold. At that point, you can just dial another extension, or if you want to dial an outside number, you can. If you want to stay on and announce it, great. If you don't, you just press transfer again to complete it. That's it. And if you do want to send a call to someone's voicemail internally, you press transfer, that call goes on hold. At that point, you dial star and then their extension number. If you have a button for them, you can also do transfer star and then their button instead of dialing the extension number, whichever one you want. If you guys want a conference call while you're actively online with the caller, that's that third option over. So there's our main three options. If you press conference, that call goes on hold and then you can dial an extension number or an outside number. And then once they answer, you just press conference again, and then you're all together. Voicemail. If your phone has voicemail, your PIN, just so you know by default, is 123654. So when you have a message, you can press a little message key. It'll say, please enter your PIN followed by pound. And that is 123654 followed by pound. And at that point, she'll talk to you. Now, depending on your configuration, you may have it going voicemail to email. So this light may not light up. If you don't have voicemail to email, you may see this light up. If you see that lit up, it just means you have a message. So you can press that to listen. If you guys want to record your greeting, if you do have a voicemail box on your phone, you're just going to press the message key and follow these instructions right here. So it's going to ask you for your PIN followed by pound. Remember that PIN is 123654 followed by pound. She'll talk to you. She'll say for personal options, press 3, to record a new greeting, press 1, etc. So you guys are going to go through that and then record your greeting. Just make sure that you do listen back to and accept it like she tells you to, or it won't save. Now, if you guys do have a voicemail to email, they did upgrade it where all of the users can see it. So now you guys can get it regardless of your pro, which is great. So I need to update that wording, but you guys have the transcript right here where you guys can see what they've said. You can download the recording. You guys can, listen to the message as you want to. You could forward this email to someone else as well. So that's kind of what it looks like when you have a message. And then if you guys need to contact us, our phone number is 816-478-2000. You could also open up a ticket via our website and then also email support@servicemark.net. Please just check with your local admin before you do that to report the issue because they probably want to report it. But if they want you to for any reason, we just need to make sure you're an admin, that you can go ahead and open a ticket and then just be as specific as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching.